I went to Winners last week to get a little bit of B-roll for a video. And when I was there, I noticed a few things that surprised me. The first was that almost all of the Halloween decor was gone. My Winners usually has a few aisles worth, and it was all just relegated to one aisle. It was fall and Halloween in one aisle. The second thing is that Christmas decor had just covered the store. It was in the towels and the sheets and the linens and the blankets, and there was an entire section, like 4 or 5 aisles worth of Christmas decor, and it was mid-October, like October 14th, 15th. The third is the frantic way that people were going after the holiday decor. It kind of seemed like my Winners had just put it out, or at least this was the first time that these people had been to the Winners since they put out their holiday decor. They were going at it. I saw a couple of women with just like the biggest smiles on their faces, like, oh my God, just like wanting everything, filling up their carts, throwing the stuff in. I could not believe the excitement for the holiday decor in October. I think that might be the thing that surprised me the most. The holiday gifts were already starting to come out as well, where typically my Winners, and let me know if your TJ Maxx or TK Maxx does this as well, where like in the accessory section, they'll set up tables for the holiday time, and then there'll be like scarves and hat sets there, or like little gift sets there. And then in the beauty section, all the gift sets will come out. Like I've seen some Laneige gift sets there. You know, like all of the giftable stuff starts coming out. So I'm going to just talk you through a bit of the photos that I took. So the first one on the screen, this is everything of the fall decor in Halloween. There's a lot of pumpkins and some of the stuff, like there's this big wreath that doesn't really feel fall to me, but it's with the fall stuff. There's like a lot of fluffy pumpkins, overall a lot of pumpkins, and then at the very far end is just like a lot of black decor. It looks like there's a couple of witches, maybe. Just not a whole lot of stuff left. And then we have this aisle of a lot of Christmas trees and snow globes, couple of nutcrackers up there. We also have a garland section, which is nice, looks pretty full. And then there's like a small section of like bath towels. Yeah, a little end cap display. There was more aisles than what I was able to showcase, but there were people in them and I didn't want to get photos of people, but there was at least another 2 to 3 aisles worth of stuff. I asked my community tab if what I was showing matched your experience as well, and I heard from a lot of y'all, and I even got some photos from some of y'all, so thank you to everybody who sent me your photos. I'm going to show some of them now. The most surprising of the photos that y'all sent me was from Maya, I think that's how you say your name, who sent me some photos from like a Dollarama account that she's a part of, or Facebook group that she's a part of, and they showed Christmas content, like Christmas decor coming in mid-September. I'm going to put it on the screen. Names are going to be blacked out, but you'll see the date there. It was so wild to see Christmas decor mid-September. And Dollarama is a Canada-based dollar store chain based out of Quebec, but it's across the country. They have a very, very strong foothold in Ontario as well. So wild. Angel also sent me this little display from Lowe's, and this is just the Disney section. Danielle sent me some photos of her home goods. The photos are from Pennsylvania. And she also mentioned that there is holiday music already starting at Home Goods, which is very wild, in my opinion. I also have some photos from Emily, who got some images from a Walmart in Michigan. Lots of like Christmas wrapping stuff, lots of just like present stuff, Christmas trees. So it's kind of nice to know that, I'm not alone. Also, one of the coolest ones I got is from Jasipa. I hope I said your name right. I'm so sorry if I did not. Who sent me some photos from a dollar store chain, I believe, from Croatia. And it's like Halloween and Christmas, like side by side. You're seeing the photos now. So it's not just me or like my neighborhood or even just Ontario where we're having the holiday decor come up in October or even earlier. And it's happening. I mean, we have a small sample size here, largely in the US. And so we can maybe just, if we're going to generalize, we could say North America, that it's common to have all the holiday stuff up, or at least starting in October. I do understand that just like the Halloween people, which we've kind of talked about over the past month, there's some people out there who just love Halloween and it's their aesthetic all year round. And also some people just really, really love Halloween. That's their holiday. There are also people who just love Christmas time. And Christmas is their favorite time of year and they really just want to celebrate it, and buying decor and looking at the decor, putting up what they have just makes them super happy. And I don't totally want to knock that. I don't really want to take away something from somebody who, like, it brings them a lot of joy. I hope in this video to offer an alternative perspective, not to invalidate theirs or their excitement, but to offer some additional points of view and additional thoughts. When you put up your Christmas decor in October, or when you go looking at Home Goods or Target, you go looking for the holiday decor in October, perhaps even September, I feel like you're already getting excited and operating on the holiday mindset really kind of 2 months earlier than the season. The main reason why I dislike that is that it's a looking ahead to the future in a way that I feel like misses the present. Right now is peak fall. Mid to late October is peak fall. And you might not get all of the fall, weather or like the beautiful changing leaves. You might not get all of that. If you are in a climate that experiences that, that's the time of year where you might want to go to the pumpkin patch or you have the fall leaves, go for the fall hikes, those kinds of things. Halloween and fall are happening right now. They're happening today, this week. You miss the world around you, like your physical world, but also I think it's a bit of like a dissociating from it. I don't mean in like a mental health way, but like a separating from it. When this is the time of year to enjoy the Halloween movies or even like the Halloween treats or books or media or even just fall, right? Fall dressing and things that inspire you from fall flavors, all of that is happening right now. This is the time of year to enjoy those things. And in a way, it can be like skipping over fall to get to the holiday time, which is going to come. Like it's going to come. It's going to happen eventually. And this is most specifically, like most pertinent for those people who have the fall right now, where you can go to the pumpkin patch and roast your pumpkin seeds and do all of that kind of stuff. This feels like a looking to the future that's in a way missing the present, missing the moment and missing living in the moment and where you are exactly today. I think some people might counter that and say, well, Shauna, I've been experiencing fall since August. I went to the grocery store to go get my pumpkin spice coffee creamer and my Halloween cookies and all of that kind of thing. Like I've already been doing that since August. So by the time mid-October rolls around, I'm ready for the next thing. But that's also my point. August is still very much summer. And so we're missing summer to celebrate autumn. And then we're missing autumn to celebrate the winter and holiday time. But also if you are celebrating these things extremely early, I'm talking like 4 to 6 weeks early, then I kind of feel like the way that you celebrate it gets more tied to consumer goods, because then you're ready to celebrate the thing before the time is here, before the stores really have this stuff, or before our physical environments change. So your celebrating of a season becomes very intertwined with consumer goods and with buying things. And so the only way, or the big way in which you celebrate a season, becomes via buying stuff, which then cements consumer culture, consumer goods into how you celebrate a season. And it becomes in some ways removed from the season itself. And I understand that if you don't live in a 4-season climate, maybe you're in like a 1.5-season climate, you'd be like, Shauna, the leaves don't fall around me. Your leaves don't fall, they crash around me. Somebody in the comments, please, 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 please. I know I said leaves instead of tears, but like making a fall pun on that. What I was trying to say is that I think there is still a way to enjoy fall or enjoy a specific season, even if you don't have the 4-season climates. I know, for example, the NHL comes back in October. Even if you don't live in that 4-season climate, that can be like a symbol of fall. Or you can do other things. You can consume free content that gives you the fall vibes without having it tied to buying things, and also without missing what's happening around you. And it's not even just like, what books are you reading and what music are you reading and what stuff are you buying, but physical stores and spaces, they do change seasonally that we can miss out on as well. And I think this kind of really hits on this idea of being able to enjoy where you are right now, being able to enjoy the present moment, staying still to observe life around you and experience life around you today. Maybe there's events in your neighborhood, as an example, or something happening at your child's school, and really being able to absorb the world and experience the world as it's happening of this moment. And being able to experience the present, and not just experience it, but I think like enjoy it or soak it in. I think that there are habits and skills that revolve around that, or enjoying the present is a habit or a skill. And I think it's very easy to fall in and out of that. Or if you're somebody who's consistently looking ahead, I think it can happen in many different places and not just one place, or vice versa. I find the creeping of Christmas kind of farther into the year, and the thirst to celebrate Christmas before its time, it feels a little bit sad, just to me personally, because of this continual need to look to the future, or this continual desire to look to the future. And when it comes to like consumer culture, this is a habit that consumer culture and consumerism, I guess, capitalism, really tries to ingrain into us, I think. Because if we develop the habit of consistently looking forward to the next thing, then we're consistently looking at what else is next, what is next to buy, and it can keep our eyes fixated on what's next and purchasing the next thing, and also getting our excitement by buying the new thing and keeping our eyes on the new thing. That is just, to me, like such a hallmark and such a benefit to capitalism and consumer culture. And I think it's also part of how we have learned to experience novelty and excitement. This is a practice that is becoming increasingly normal and also increasingly natural. Looking for the next thing to buy is ingrained with this seasonal shift. I do think that part of this comes from shopping fall early. We get excited because of the anticipation. We then get bored of it and then look to the next thing to buy, which is Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, and then you start buying the Christmas stuff, and then what's the next thing to buy? Okay, Christmas is over, maybe buy something for New Year's, and then maybe buy something for Valentine's Day. And then also using holidays as things to buy, and also ways to demarcate our year. So we become increasingly reliant on demarcating our year through consumer goods instead of nature or other things. Hey y'all, Editing Shauna here, and I have a couple of ideas to float by you. These are working ideas, so they're not set in stone or perfect. And like your thoughts if you have any. So, just based on what I'm saying, I think that if one is in a precarious situation, maybe things just like aren't going great in some aspect of one's life, the season, or more specifically, the holiday, gives us something to look forward to. This is most especially if you have positive ones in your life. If you enjoy family coming together for Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, then it's a reason to look forward to something and also to celebrate. Like if you don't really feel like there's a lot in your life that's positive or a lot in your life to celebrate, holidays are manufactured, or they can be ways to manufacture or just like go for the positivity in your life. I'm going to celebrate Valentine's Day, or I'm going to give myself a little spending money to buy something for myself for Hanukkah or Christmas or Valentine's Day. Like I'm going to get myself some chocolates, and they give us reasons or excuses to buy things to make us feel good. So we get that little treat kind of happening as well. But also what I think is super important is that like feel good factor and things we can rely on to make us feel good. And also potentially we could enjoy these things more if they add stability in our uncertain lives or unhappy lives and give us positivity in unhappy moments potentially. The other thing that I was kind of talking about earlier is that if we're people who are really getting the dopamine from shopping, and shopping is a really pleasurable activity, our brains truly can always be looking for the next best thing. And holidays, no matter what else is going on, like even if you can't find anything to want, holidays give us reasons to shop and reasons that feel good, that feel concrete, that feel necessary even. And they also provide us with dopamine, things that we just like, we enjoy shopping. It gives us reasons to shop, reasons to go searching for that next little hit of excitement or dopamine. You feel me on that? That's where I was trying to go. I had all these thoughts when I was listening back to my footage, and now I'm not sure I'm expressing them in the way I want to, but I hope you get the gist. And some of this looking ahead, though, I can acknowledge is a bit forced. And I think some of our hands can't be forced by companies or retailers selling out of stuff before the holiday is even around the corner or is even here. If I was somebody who wanted to do a little bit of Halloween decorating and I went into my Winners when I went in, which was like October 14th, I would be shit out of luck for a lot of options. I wouldn't have a lot of selection, which is absolutely batshit crazy to run out of stuff within the month. Like all the Halloween stuff is gone before Halloween happens. And so I think what this can do is it can force people into like FOMO, because if I want my Halloween decorations, if I want my autumn decorations, if I want my Christmas decorations, I now have to go early or I'm not going to buy what I want to buy, which is also very interesting and can create an interesting dynamic where we become so focused on not missing out on the holiday decorations and making sure we have stuff that we can buy. And we can get so fixated on that instead of stopping and thinking about, do I need anything? Do I actually want anything? Do I have room for things in my home? Is buying something for this season financially viable to me? Do I have places to store these things? Do I have places to put these things? Like, it can become more about making sure we can buy something and not miss out on buying something, that we don't think about the other factors. We're just kind of stuck on that. And I also just think it speaks to the growing desire to make our holidays around stuff. Like, let's not get it twisted. Christmas is the most commercially viable holiday that there is, or right now, at least in North America, Christmas has been very commercialized. It's not like a 2024 thing. It's not brand new. People have been complaining about that for a long time. Does Christmas know no bounds? Is there no end to just like how much stuff can be pushed or how excited people can get to buy things? So I guess, concluding thoughts of this video, if you are a Christmas person, don't let my frustration or my own personal ideals for myself dampen your own holiday spirit. I just want to say that. And second, I also encourage you to think about how your own attitude or outlook, how that does, how it impacts how you experience your own life. Impacts isn't necessarily positive or negative, but it's just that like an impact. How does it impact your life? And for you, is it positive or negative? And I think as well, like I've been in places where maybe things aren't going the best, and looking forward, like having something to look forward to is just like a wonderful thing, and it can just be like an escape from reality. And I think maybe if that hasn't been you right now, I think many of us can relate to that during the pandemic. Life felt so uncertain and felt like trash that the thing to look forward to were like little bits of normalcy. And for a lot of people, that might be Christmas or fall time, and just like that thirst for normalcy. Yeah, and just that thirst for normalcy. And I think that could have been that for a lot of people. And so I wonder if perhaps like 2024 hasn't been the best year, if looking forward to something that's been a stable, a constant, and a positive plays a role into one's desire to look forward to Christmas and to buy stuff for Christmas. And there have been lots of TikToks that I've noticed as well. I'm gonna play a couple of them as we close out. It's of course not just me and my winners or me in my neighborhood. This is something that like TikTok encourages too. People putting up their Christmas villages in October, or people going to Home Goods. And I was just showing you, I think it was about a week or two ago, I had my Halloween video where I was showcasing people going into Home Goods and their Halloween finds. That is now happening with Christmas, and people showing you all of the Christmas finds, people putting up their Christmas trees, and this idea of celebrating things early and getting you interested in Christmas early is in the TikToker's best interest to get your eyes on their page or even to sell you stuff. I mentioned recently like a Thanksgiving kind of themed TikTok. Thanksgiving is a little bit before Christmas, so I get we're kind of going there first, perhaps before Christmas. But all of these TikTok Christmas videos are happening now, and it encourages this outlook and fans of flames of excitement for the holiday before we even get there. In some ways, I'm like, is it Christmas already? Like, what month are we in? Is it October or December? I don't really know. And I just find it very jarring to have somebody online push Christmas to me in October. Like, let October be October. Like, let me have that, and we can have the holiday stuff. Like, it can come later. I want to experience October 1st. And I think TikTok, in some ways, as perhaps an ongoing theme of this channel, encourages things and pushes ideas and behaviors as normal when they're not, and they're like TikTok behaviors, making it kind of seem like it's normal for people to put up their Christmas tree or go holiday shopping now. And because it appears normal, it can make people think that it's normal, making it become normal. I don't know if that's actually happening in reality or to what extent, but it is happening. Like, I am seeing people in real life shop the Christmas decor in October. So that's it for me today. Thanks so much for watching, hanging out. I would love to hear your thoughts. When do you celebrate Christmas? When do you put up your Christmas tree if you celebrate? If you're somebody who doesn't celebrate Christmas, or perhaps you celebrate a different holiday like Hanukkah as an example, I would love to hear from you. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again around here soon.